My name is Fairuz and I was assigned for Lab 1, which is about what is biodiversity and the status of global biodiversity. So the first one is, what is biodiversity? It is possible to describe biodiversity or biological diversity as total variability of life on Earth. Biodiversity is usually a representation of genetic, species, and ecosystem variation. For the status of global biodiversity, I have divided it into three parts or categories, which are species diversity, genetic diversity, and ecosystem diversity. For species diversity, it can be defined as the number of a group of organisms that interbreed and produce fertile offspring. And for the status, the current rate extinction is much higher than the rate of emergence of new species, resulting in a net loss of biodiversity due to anthropogenic activities. And according to the IUCN Red List, between 12% and 52% of species within well-studied higher taxa are at risk of extinction. Birds have the lowest percentage of threatened species at 12%, and while cycads have a much higher percentage of threatened species with 52%. Human activities continue to motivate the fragmentation of natural ecosystems and the spread of species-poor habitats, which are heavily controlled. As a result, many species occur in just the kind of fragmented pattern that increase the risk of extinction. The next one is genetic diversity. Genetic diversity is the variety of genes within a species which is caused by sexual reproduction and mutations. The genetic diversity in species of wild or domestic animals is significantly modified by human activities. When a species is driven to extinction, genetic diversity is reduced to zero. Although levels of genetic diversity within certain species are expected to recover over time, basic genetic material that may be essential for future adaptation may well be fully lost. The last one is ecosystem diversity. It can be defined as the number of ecological niches per unit area or the variety of places where life exists. For the status, marine species appear to be less prone to extinction compared to inland water or terrestrial ones. This may be because marine species are less readily observable. However, it is possible that a higher proportion of marine than terrestrial or inland water species has become extinct without our knowing. And another example of ecosystem is in the forest, where the forests of warmer, temperate and subtropical areas have higher diversity of species. Many are localized or endemic and therefore more vulnerable to extinction. It is unclear, however, whether this is merely a reflection of the fact that tropical forests contain far more species in these groups than any other habitat, or whether a higher proportion of these species is threatened than of temperate and boreal forest species. That's all for the lab 1. Thank you.